Hey YouTube, it's Mike here and I'm bringing you guys a video today based on how to beat the handicap. It's probably the biggest question around the community right now, is that we play the game, we all know, okay, we're getting cheated against ourselves, like we're basically getting handicapped and momentum is against us. But the thing is, the reality is, okay, so we have no choice to play the way the game is, and everybody wants to know, okay, so we have to basically accept the game as it is, but how do you beat this stuff? Because there's definitely people that are going 40-0, so there's definitely people that have a solution how to beat this. And in this video here, in the background, you're gonna see me play a weekend league game where in the outcome I will win this game, but I will work very hard for me to win it. Now, the reason why I'm showing you guys a game that I win is because I want this video to be positive and to basically help everybody out on finding the solution of beating the handicap. Hopefully everybody agrees with this. So the first thing is, we all know, for example, like the kickoff boost. It's OP, and a lot of people have said that if you want to like basically stop it, there's actually maybe one or two ways. Well, at the end of the day, it's actually one way, but you basically need a stoppage. So it's either you get the ball out of bounds, either you take a foul. You need the game to reset. If the game resets, all of a sudden it seems like your players are back to normal. But for that moment, if the game is not reset, it seems like your guys are either flat-footed or so whatever. You know, everybody's been through it, right? So that's the number one thing. So try to basically, whenever a kickoff happens, try to basically take your man down, get the ball out, do whatever you need to do to basically reset the game. Okay. Another thing people also, I've noticed that do, and I also do it sometimes, is put offensive trap on, activate offensive trap on when there's a kickoff. For some reason, sometimes it actually helps, sometimes it doesn't, but there's basically what we're looking here, we're looking for solutions to help bullshit, to help us beat the bullshit, okay? So that's one of them. The other thing is, for example, when you're playing, you know, there's moments where, for example, you're getting a lot of chances, okay? You're getting a lot of chances and the ball's not going in. The ball's just not going in. Either you're hitting a crossbar, you're hitting a post, his goalie's saving it, maybe his defenders are blocking your shots, whatever it is. It seems like whatever you're throwing at net just doesn't want to go in, okay? And the worst thing that you can do in this particular moment, okay, is start rushing your plays, because a lot of people become impatient, and when you become impatient, you start rushing stuff. Now, a lot of the pros, okay, if you watch them play, the number one thing they do, and this is what everybody needs to start doing, okay, is slowing down your game, okay? Slow down your game. Make sure that every pass that you make has a 99% ratio that it's gonna get to your next guy, okay? Be patient, be smart with the ball. Do whatever you gotta do to make sure that you don't just give the ball away for no reason, okay? And do not rush, like I said, do not rush your plays, because if you start rushing your plays, you will basically, the game gets to you. And I think that's what activates bullshit, is that when you start like realizing that you're getting handicapped or momentum against you, you start to do stuff. You start rushing the play, and the game maybe realizes that, and it makes it even worse for you, because then your opponent, the next chance that he gets, bang, it's gonna go in, and you know, all of a sudden it's either a tied game or he's back in the game. We've all been through it. Now, those are probably, that's probably actually the main thing about beating the handicap, is being patient, slowing down your game, stop trying to rush everything. The game is played in 90 minutes. So you got to win the game in 90 minutes. Rushing, like, it's like, for example, a guy that goes and run and he's doing a marathon and he starts sprinting like a maniac in the first like 5 kilometers. He's never going to finish the marathon, because by the end of the marathon, this guy's going to be so tired that he's going to probably end up like just walking the last 10 kilometers, because he just can't take it no more. And that's what happens with your players. If you're using your players to their max, and you're just rushing, like you see my guy right here, like just basically running around like a maniac, you're tiring them out. You're basically tiring your team out, and it may affect you later on in the game. So that's why you need to be more. I know people like to play aggressive and all that, but it's kind of better to play semi-aggressive more than just aggressive. Okay, so that's the number one thing. Now, another thing that a lot of people talk about is that, for example, not to worry, to keep yourself keep your composure basically. If you're down by a goal, 2 goals, even up to 3 goals, calm down, relax. It's not over. A lot of times we've been down by 2 goals or down by 3 or even up by 2 or 3, and our opponent either came back or we came back and we won the game. So guarantee yourself. I mean, make sure just to stay composure and play your first half. And if you're down, you're down. This is where the changes need to happen in the second half. So first half just finished. What do? You're down by 2 goals. What's the first thing you should do? Change your formation. What type of formation should you change into? An attacking formation. That's right, guys. You go with 3 in the back. This is the point where a lot of people do a lot of the biggest mistake. They keep their formation and they keep playing with it while everything is going wrong. No. At this point here, you need some sort of change, okay? And changing it to an attacking formation with 3 in the back, a lot of people be like, yeah, but if I do that, I'm gonna leave myself exposed in the back, and it's gonna be even worse. You know what? If you're gonna lose 3-0, or you're gonna lose 5-0 or 6-0, you're gonna lose the game. Might as well go with an offensive-minded game in the second half and try to come back. At this point here, it's either you go for it or basically you just let your opponent walk right by you. You know what I mean? This is where you basically say, you know what? It's time for me to attack. And also, like when you change formation and you get in game, go into at least attacking. Or even if you want to go to ultra attacking. The only thing I don't recommend you doing is full attack. Either you go on attacking or ultra attack, just to basically see if it activates momentum your way. Another thing is also a lot of people do, a lot of the pros do. For example, as we all know, we all use bronze benches, and I actually recommend everybody using them. The reason why you should use them is because if everybody's using them, might as well everybody be on the same page. Everybody use bronze benches, okay? So you have your super subs. Now for your super subs, for example, make sure that you always have somebody more defensively, somebody defensively, a midfielder and an attacker. Make sure you have guys that are fast though, because instead of like bringing a central back with you, bring a left back or right back. So if you have to even switch them up for a central back, at least it's going to be somebody really quick. You know what I mean? Same thing with a midfielder. It doesn't have to be a midfielder. It could be an Anthony Martial, for example. Anthony Martial could play in the CM in a cam position. As an attacker, same thing. You know, you could have wingers. Anybody that basically is OP. A lot of people use OP players in this game, like Alexandrini, who else? Lozano, you know, Martial, Jesus, Son. Have OP super subs. A lot of people use them, and there's a reason for it. They're OP and they do a lot of good stuff. So might as well be on the same page with them. If everybody's using them, might as well start using them. You know, instead of like trying to play against them, play with them. You know what I mean? Anyways, so that's another thing. So the second half starts, new formation, a couple super subs, and make sure that you go with an attacking formation. Okay, so another thing that we spoke about, that we didn't speak about, is tactics, custom tactics. Do you change them during a gameplay? Of course you do. If you see, for example, like I said, everything is not going your way, go in your custom tactics. And a lot of people say start putting either your pressure eye, start basically advancing your sliders towards the right. Advance all your sliders, besides maybe your width, but advance everything, pressure, attack speed, everything. Just advance everything to the right. To what? I don't know. Like, just make sure you advance it. It's basically you're basically changing your custom tactics. You're basically telling your players to be more offensively minded. Do whatever it takes for you to basically try to create momentum towards your side. Another thing that a lot of people do, for example, this is for the opposite, right? You're trying to come back. Well, the other thing is you're the one with the lead, and you feel like the comeback is coming, and you know it's coming because it seems like wow, what everything your opponent does now, it's gonna go in. So one of the things I don't like about this game, but people, the pros, a lot of the pros do it, and actually a lot of people do it now. And actually at the beginning I was like, fuck, I hate these guys. And to be honest with you, join them, because passing the ball around at the end of a game, like let's say the last 10-20 minutes, do it, do it. I know it's an asshole move, but you know what, just do it, because it feels like if you keep pushing, even if you have your guys on defense or whatever it is you have them on, it seems like they don't want to listen. It seems like they keep advancing, and any little mistake that you do, you get penalized. The game tries to find ways for your opponent to get back into the game. We all witnessed this, we all noticed this, and the only way you can stop this is actually by ragging the ball. And it's sad because, I mean, it honestly, it's a disgusting thing to do, but it's the only thing that prevents a comeback against you. Now, I'm not saying that you score a goal in the 20th minute, start passing the ball in the back. No, I'm just saying towards the end of a game, towards the last, like your 70th plus minute, start passing the ball around, and don't feel bad for your opponent if you're doing it. So many pros are doing it. So many people are doing it. At the end, I mean, if it's against your, how do you say, like your, oh boy, I lost my words. But anyway, if it's against something that you don't like doing, fine, don't do it. But then again, don't be frustrated if your opponent comes back, because you're basically letting them back in the game. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to eliminate any possibility for your opponent to have the ball and just come back and take a shot and score. Because we have seen 90-minute goals, or for example, where you're doing everything right, at the back, and the guy keeps getting corners after corners, and the ball actually goes in, and and then the game is tied, and then you go into extra time, and then extra time, flip a coin and let's see who wins. You know what I mean? Because in extra time, I noticed it really becomes like one-sided most of the time. But anyway, anyway, everything that I spoke in this my God, in this video is basically to try to overcome the sliders, the handicap, everything that I said in this video are stuff that either people have already said in different videos, or people have said comments on my videos. For example, also they talk about stuff like this. There's people that talk about it on Reddit. It's basically the best thing that you can do. I mean, it's the only thing that seems to be actually giving you some sort of edge to maybe win a few extra games. Another thing that people need to learn in this game to basically beat the handicap is we all do these mistakes. For example, like we get our chances, but people say we're not clinical with our shots, and sometimes it's very, very true, because we all know that there's one particular shot that is completely OP and broken in this game, and that's the low driven. So you gotta, one thing that people should do and learn in this game is master the low driven, because we all know it's OP. And if you ever look at the foot channel of the guys that are in the top 100, you'll see that 80 to even close to 90% of all the goals that are scored, they're all low driven. Is this maybe something that EA has to really look into and say, you know what, they gotta do something with the low drivens? Because I feel like low drivens are just way too OP. But then again, I get it. It's harder for a goalie to save a low shot, but then again, like it's an OP thing. So hopefully people adapt to starting to take more and more low drivens, because those are the best shots, choice of shots that you could take. Anyways, hopefully you guys like this video. If you guys have other strategies that you believe will basically help you when momentum or handicap is in your way, leave a comment, let us know. Let's try to help the community beat it, because we have no choice to basically accept the game for what it is and play it, because until FIFA 19, this is the game we're gonna have, and there won't be any big changes this year. I mean, this is the gameplay, and if want to continue playing, we're going to have to play with EA's bullshit, and that is what it is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to thank everybody that subscribed to me. Thank you very much. I also want to thank everybody that leave comments. I try to interact with most of everybody. I mean, I can't always I can't basically reply to everybody, but I try to reply to a lot of the people. As if you guys look at my channel, as you can see, you'll notice that I try to basically reply to everybody, and that was the winning goal of my game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Anyways, wish you guys a good day, and I wish you guys a best of luck in your weekend league. Bye bye.